Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Tim Bentley, and I am the Marketing and Advertising Manager here at Tucson Medical Center. And we are here for week 2 of our Tucson Medical Center Women's and Children's Online Chat. Our first installment last week, if you haven't seen it, is online and on our YouTube page. But we are live here today to talk about some of the classes and events that you can take here as you start your pregnancy journey. A couple of housecleaning items. I want to introduce you to Jordan Major. Hi, Jordan. How are you?
Hi, everybody.
Jordan is going to help you. She's our Perinatal Navigator, and she's going to navigate you through some of the online classes and in-person classes we have. A couple of housecleaning items. If you are watching live, we are live today. It is May 20th, and it's 11 o'clock. If you're watching live, you can actually submit a question in the comments. If you're watching us on our YouTube page, you can submit a question there. Or if you're watching us on one of our Facebook pages, TMC for Women or TMC Maine, you can also put a question there, and we'll answer it live and in real time. If you're watching after the event, no problem. Go ahead and type a question in the comments below the video that you're watching, and one of our experts will get back to you as it's routed around to them. So Jordan, I'm very excited. I'm glad to help you guys kind of start this series. You guys have a series of 10 planned and some more down the road. So why don't you go ahead and tell us what's up for this today?
Sure. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to be talking with Brenda. She's our ICEA certified instructors, one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome her on. Brenda, are you here?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you enjoy teaching our childbirth education classes here at Tucson Medical Center?
Sure. So I am Brenda Cable, and I've been teaching childbirth classes for more than 30 years. I am a mother of 4 and a grandmother to 6. And I love teaching childbirth classes because I get to touch a new family that's being born and bringing them information about childbirth and how they can navigate all of the medical and physical and emotional aspects of having a baby.
Thank you. I've been able to watch Brenda do her classes, and I can just see the joy that she has and how much the families love having you as an instructor. So thank you. I would like for you to tell us a little bit about why you think it's so important for moms and their support system or their families to attend childbirth classes, and what reasons you think they should take our classes.
Right. Well, the first one is because fear is a normal emotion to an unknown situation. When you take a childbirth class, that's really what we're going to do. We're going to give you knowledge of normal labor, some unexpected things that might come up, how to navigate the medical side, the interventions that you may or may not encounter while you're in labor. So taking a class will alleviate some of that fear and bring some knowledge of labor and delivery. In a class, you learn hands-on techniques, comfort techniques that you can do to help yourself, and those that are supporting you can help you with the pain of labor. You learn different positioning, walking, leaning forward, so you learn an array, not only medical aspects, but the physical and emotional things that you can do to help yourself in labor. And the key is that your partner gets to learn alongside of you. So whoever you choose to be your partner, whether it be a family member or a good friend, or you choose to have a doula, you together work as a team and using these skills, these comfort techniques that you learn in class. And you learn how to write a birth plan. So TMC actually has this really nice form that has all the birth options that you have, or choices that you have when you go into labor. And I always tell parents, this is a good checklist. The best thing, though, is to turn it over, and on the back side, you write the 5 most important things that are important to you that you want to see happen in your birth. Because then that enables your nurse and your other caregivers, the people that you're going to be surrounded with, to really understand what your goal is for this birth. When you come to class, you meet other pregnant moms. And sometimes when you come to class, you make a friend for life. because then you're in this together. You can talk to each other. Oh, this is what's happening to me, or this is what I'm feeling. Is that normal? Oh, yeah, that's normal. So I think coming to class, you get to meet other pregnant moms. Also, I talked about the breathing. When you come to class, it has been proven that you can decrease your cesarean rate, because now when you come to class, you learn your options. So I think if you don't come to class, you don't learn your options, you really don't have any options. Not that your caregivers are not going to give you those options, but sometimes I think it helps us, it enables us to be part of that decision making in our birth experience. And you get a labor and delivery tour. And I think Jordan can talk a little bit about, we're coming back in person to do tours, but in a childbirth class tour, it's more enhanced. So you get more information because we have more time. And really, taking a childbirth class really does bring this expectant family together, makes them stronger as a unit. And really, I love teaching class. I love pregnant mommies and pregnant families. And so I would really encourage you to just take a class and learn as much as you can while you're there.
Thank you, Brenda.
You're welcome.
So like Brenda said, we have brought our tours back in person. They're smaller now. And our instructors have been trained to bring you along through our triage, labor and delivery, the midwifery center. We stopped by the NICU, and then also our mom, baby, or postpartum unit. So it's a great opportunity just to kind of see the atmosphere and kind of get used to the environment and see some faces you'll be seeing along the way, your healthcare team. We talked about tours last week. And then the news this week is that we are coming back in person for our classes. I know that our instructors are excited to see our moms and our families in person and come alongside of you to teach you. So obviously we need to have some safety measures in place, make sure everybody is comfortable. So we do have in-person classes, and we also do, if you're not ready to come back in person, we have online classes that are available. So you can peek on our website for those. Those are our Enjoy classes. We have Understanding Birth, Understanding Your Newborn, and Understanding Breastfeeding. Those are self-paced classes that you'll have access to online for 9 months. And then if you have any questions that you would like to have answered, you can always connect with me. My phone number is here at the bottom, and I can ask our instructors your questions if I don't know them myself. So please reach out. You have the online resources still. And then as far as our in-person classes go, I would like I invited Stacy to come to discuss with us some of the safety guidelines and precautions we're taking to make sure everybody's safe. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be with you again this week. My name is Stacy Wood, and I'm the Perinatal Safety Officer at Tucson Medical Center for the Women's and Children's Division. As I shared last week, at TMC, your safety is absolutely our highest priority. We've put a lot of important safety measures in place when you come in to have your baby, but now that we're bringing classes back, that's just as important for your safety in classes. So some of the things that we have prepared in advance for you is decreasing your class size. Along with decreasing the class size so that you can have those small groups, it allows a lot of one-on-one time with your instructor, which I know Brenda and our other instructors really appreciate. But as well, we really want to follow the CDC guidelines for healthcare settings. And by doing that, we're going to allow some social distancing within the classrooms. The 6 feet rule that you probably heard of during COVID, we're going to apply that to our classroom settings. Masking will be required. I know there's been a lot of new masking guidelines that have been published from the CDC as well as Pima County. We want you to just know that we're following all of the CDC guidelines for hospital and healthcare settings, and so masking will be required in our classes. In addition, we will be asking you some important questions when you register for your classes to screen you for any illness or signs and symptoms of COVID. We'll continue that process upon entry to the class setting. I want you to know, though, even though these safety measures in place, please know that our classes are warm and inviting full of one-on-one attention and great information to help prepare you on your journey for parenthood as you move towards birth throughout your pregnancy. One of the great things that we have in place, as Jordan and Brenda both mentioned, are small personalized tours that give you a lot of opportunity to ask questions. Many people choose to do those tours in conjunction with a class around the same time. In closing, I just want to thank you for choosing TMC. I know you have a lot of choices in the community to choose from, but please know our safety is our highest priority for you at TMC, and we so look forward to being an important part of your birth journey, and don't hesitate to reach out with us with any questions that you may have along the way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stacy. We're so excited for everybody to come back in person and to see everybody's faces and get to meet you prior to you coming here to deliver. So we're really looking forward to that. As Stacy said, we'll be doing those COVID screenings. So, if the day of class comes and you're not feeling well, you can reach out to me and let me know that you'd like to reschedule your class, and I'd be happy to reschedule it for you. We want to make sure you have an opportunity to take a course. So just be in communication with us, and we want to help you along the way. Like I said earlier, if you want to go online to our maternity website, you can sign up for our childbirth and parenting classes there, as well as the online classes. And then if you have any additional questions, you can call me. I think that's all we have for today, but I wanted to turn it back over to Tim and see if we had any questions that came in. Tim, we're having a hard time hearing you.
How's that?
That's better.
That's good. It's 2021, so technology is sometimes challenging. So anyway, I thank you very much for the great information. I'm curious. So some of these classes, are often geared towards women and families that are on their birth journey. Are there classes for women and families that are considering pregnancy?
We have our healthy pregnancy class that we touched on last week that discusses that, and then I'm also available as the Perinatal Nurse Navigator. If you have questions about pregnancy or concerns about it, I can get you guys in touch with the correct people to answer your questions if I don't know the answers to them. So I would love to be here along your journey if you're just considering getting pregnant.
Right. And Brenda, I love your top 10 list there. So of the top 10 reasons there, where do you recommend? What stands out for you there of those top 10 reasons? Is I know they're all important, but for you, what's your one that you point women towards?
I think the most important one is the birth of the family, that they come together as whoever you choose for your partner to be in birth together. When that baby is born, it really bonds this family together. And so I think as that is the biggest thing. When you take a childbirth class, it really is important to be there together.
That's great. So I would say if anybody's watching this after we've taped, again, we are here May 20th live at 11:15. If you're watching it afterwards, go ahead and answer or ask a question in our comment section below. If you're watching it on Facebook or you're watching it on YouTube, go ahead and comment in there, and we'll have Jordan or one of our experts answer that question for you. That's really all the questions we have, Jordan. What's up? What's the next show you guys have planned?
Sure. So we will be skipping next week, and we'll be back the following week. We will be here on June the 2nd at 2 p.m., which is actually a Wednesday. And the reason we're shifting our StreamYard that day, or our conversation, is because we're going to be meeting with Greta Gill. She'll be discussing the midwifery center with us, and Stacy and her will be introducing the midwifery center and answering any questions you might have about that.
That's great. So
Absolutely.
I did fix that day. So it's Wednesday, June 2nd at 2 o'clock. We're usually here at 11 o'clock Arizona time in the morning, but that day will be at 2 o'clock. So mark your calendar. There'll be a Facebook event. You can follow us on Facebook or YouTube. All right. Anything else?
I think
Yeah,
that's it.
I'd actually like to close with one thing. So
Sure.
I'm in our beautiful midwifery center here. This is our sunrise room. There's a beautiful painting behind me. One of our rooms is really the sunrise room, and the other is the sunset room, based on the quilts and the beautiful colors that we have in these rooms. So we're excited to show you this on June 2nd. But one of the questions that I've recently gotten that I'm sure some of you in the community have is how many support people or persons are allowed to be with you during labor. Well, that's recently changed at TMC. In labor and delivery, you can have 2 support persons. So maybe that's your significant other and your mother or your aunt or your grandmother. So 2 support people, that's a really big thing and really important on the hearts of all of our staff as well as you in the community. But also our doulas are considered part of our healthcare team. So you could actually have 3 total support people if you choose one of our great community doulas that we've partnered with as part of our healthcare team. So that's been a hot topic that I've received this week. And so hopefully that relays some and relieves some concerns that you may have in the community. And we look forward to welcoming you.
Great. Thank you very much, Stacey. I do have one more question, and that's for Jordan. We're sending people to our maternity page to register for classes. What's the best class, or where do you suggest that people start?
Yeah, well, the healthy pregnancy class we talked about is a free course, so it's a great introduction to what to expect when you're pregnant, what you can eat, what you can't eat, or suggestions from our physicians, our doctors, and also like what you should do for exercise, things throughout pregnancy. And so I think it's a great class to take when you're just starting out. And then the preparation for childbirth classes are awesome. I really I learned so much watching Brenda teach her classes. So I think it's a great place to not only learn and kind of overcome some of your fears or things that you might hear from your aunts, your mom, your sister, your best friend about their birth story, and kind of take all those stories and put them together with what is evidence-based practice and knowledge, so that you can use both of those to kind of get a better idea of what your birth will be like. So I think the childbirth education or the preparation for childbirth classes are your next stop.
That's good. That's good to know. Thank you for sharing that. All right. That's all the questions we have. If everybody's good, we'll see everybody on June 2nd, which is Wednesday at 2:00 Arizona time. We'll see everybody. We'll see you later. Thanks for a good show.
Thank you.
You.
Bye, everyone.